and welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of July 10th. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Nicole Eridix.
Hello.
And Terry Morrow.
Hello.
Every week we chat about what parents are talking, complaining, and obsessing about right now. But this week we are obsessing about Nicole leaving us, retiring from the podcast game after many years. So we have asked her to share some of her favorite episodes from over this past many years, and she's got another one for us today. So tell us which one you've chosen.
So today I chose a podcast from June 12th, 2022, and it's called We'll Miss You, Missy.
Aww.
And this podcast was memorable for, or is memorable for two reasons. First, of course, it's about my 16-year-old dog that passed away last year, very sadly. But I chose it because she was a very vital member of our podcast for many years. And it would be remiss of me to not celebrate her on some level and give her the credit she deserves.
She often chimed in with her opinion on our topics.
She did. For many years, we had her in the background in some format or another. And poor Terry had to just finally accept it.
Well, sometimes my dogs would respond.
Yes.
So somewhere I heard it.
So it kind of signified that, while we were committed to this podcast and we enjoyed one another's company and had a lot of great discussions, that life was going on around us too. And it was real life. And our podcast was and always has been very organic.
Yes, we don't record in a distant studio with all sorts of professional setups.
Exactly.
Right in the middle of our parenting is where we do it.
We are grassroots. So I hope you enjoy listening to We'll Miss You, Missy. Today we're talking about someone you've heard on the podcast many times before. My dog, Missy. Aww. So just a little update for all of you who have been following. Well, actually, I think it started with the inclusive class, didn't it, Terry?
Yes. A long time podcast mascot, Missy.
Missy passed away a couple days ago. And she was a prominent feature in our podcast life.
Yeah.
She refused to be shut out of the room and needed to be part of every minute of the podcast and of my life for 11 years. And she was quite the dog. And she passed away of old age. So she did live a long life. She was 15.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah. She was about 4 when we first got her. And she was actually, she was a rescue dog. So she was a purebred Vizsla. And she was a show dog for the first couple of years of her life. And then they started breeding her. But apparently she didn't have very good mom qualities. She wasn't very good to her puppies.
So she fits right in with our podcast.
Right.
Yeah. She used to step on her puppies, apparently. Not like because she didn't like them, but she just was like too excited.
Kind of clueless.
Yeah, totally clueless. And so they were looking to rehome her, and we happened across their webpage one day and thought, well, let's go check her out.
Because you had a Vizsla before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
Yeah. We had Bela, and he was still around at the time. He was older, and we thought, we could get a second dog and kind of maybe, bring some joy to his life. And I don't necessarily I wouldn't call it joy in retrospect. But I think she did keep him alive because he was constantly fending her off and guarding his food, and she was in his face constantly. So yeah. So, and we've actually, I was talking to my husband last night, we've had dogs continuously for 30 years.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the first time we are without a dog. We do have our 2 cats still, but yeah. So she has gone over the rainbow bridge, so to speak. And
and it was old age, but was it a little bit unexpected?
it was. She actually had a series of strokes.
Oh.
So I don't know if either of you have experienced that before.
That's what happened with my girl.
Yeah.
She had a series of strokes. We brought her to the vet, and they told us, she was blind and she was paralyzed, and it was time.
Yeah.
So she was completely freaked out. You could tell.
Mm-hmm.
So can't really sit down with the pooch and say, what you're experiencing right now, my girl, is this, this, and this.
Yeah.
So just knows.
Well, we unfortunately, this went down at about 2 a.m. in the morning, and as it would, right?
Of course, yeah.
As with us also.
And our local emergency vet wasn't open, or no, they were open, but they couldn't take her. Mm-hmm. They're busy, so we had to drive to a vet about 20 miles away, and she didn't make it.
Oh, man.
So she passed away when we were on our way there. So yeah, so that's pretty tough, because that actually happened to me with another dog when I was younger.
Oh,
so there's a little PTSD stuff there. So she definitely took up a lot of energy in our house, like a lot of space,
Right.
And I'm really feeling it today, because today is the first day that, like, my husband stayed home for 2 days and then he's gone to work. So it's just me and the cats. And the cats are just doing their own thing as they do.
Right.
So, yeah, can really, really feel it.
Yeah.
So Missy, thanks for all the years.
Oh, yeah.
Is it hard that the kids were not home? I mean, I guess they've both been home fairly recently to be able to see her, but.
Yeah, that's a great question. And the last time that they were home, the both of them said, I don't know if we'll see her again. And so they did spend extra time with her and loving her. And then we actually FaceTimed them when we got to the vet. Before the vet took Missy away, we FaceTimed them and they said goodbye. And because I knew that if I would wait till morning, like if I waited till 9 a.m. or whatever, they would be more upset that they didn't say goodbye. So, but then we've spent the last couple of days, we've created an album for Missy, a photo album online, and we've been all putting our pictures in there. And then I'm just, because our kids, they, their friends were over here quite a bit during over the years. And so Missy, of course, would ingratiate herself by either eating their food or sitting on their lap, or and so they all kind of, a couple of the kids' friends have said, but we grew up with Missy and coming to your house and whatnot. So a lot of their friends have reached out and offered their condolences, which is really sweet.
That is sweet.
So it's like the neighborhood dog,
right?
Yeah, so that's
should make a little shrine on social media where everybody can come and leave their memories.
Yes, exactly. And we had her booked to stay at her kennel next weekend, so I had to cancel with them. And they did a little Facebook tribute post to her, which was sweet.
That was sweet.
Yeah. So Missy was well known.
Yeah.
She definitely
had a fan club.
She did. So yeah.
And of course a podcast audience as well.
Of course.
You heard her barking, and if you ever heard rustling that I couldn't quite get out of the audio, that was her probably tearing something up in the background.
Oh, yes. She had a fondness for that.
Yeah.
She was always...
It's always a background presence.
Oh, my gosh.
Even Zoom couldn't scrub her out.
Yeah, but I appreciate this opportunity to talk about it and
Memorialize.
Yeah, a little tribute to her because you both knew her well.
We did.
Oh, there's
we were
Missy.
always going to have a session where we had all 3 dogs barking, all 4 dogs, I guess, barking at each other through the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Never happened. But Missy and my girl are on the Rainbow Bridge looking over at us, barking as loud as they can to be heard.
We still want to be on the podcast.
I know.
How will they go on without us?
Yeah.
We create the
That's
charm.
right.
Without us, there is no charm.
Yes, no personalization.
So,
But yeah, and I think we've kind of decided that our dog days are over too. So that's another.
aw, you're just gonna be cat people.
Just cats for now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just-
But you never thought you were going to be a cat person, and now you have 2, right?
I know. But they're sure not dogs, that's for certain. Let me tell you. They're just off in their own world, like chilling out.
Right.
Like, why are you giving me all these extra hugs and kisses? That's your problem.
You're gonna miss having a animal make demands out of you and stick its face in your face.
Oh,
and
totally.
drink your coffee.
Oh, yeah, that was Missy loved to drink your coffee.
Yes.
Oh, that was so funny.
Yes, Missy was. I'm not kidding. Like they call that breed the Velcro breed because they literally do not leave your side. Like you have to be someone that is okay with your dog following you everywhere. And so she just didn't want to be beside me. She needed to be like part of me and just experience everything that I had.
Didn't you doggy shame her one time?
Oh, on dog shaming.
Oh, yes, I did, didn't I?
What did she do? Now I can't remember.
What was it that she had done?
She had chewed up a book or something. She had gotten into something or other, chewed up a book or whatever. Yes, and there's this photo that I took of her, and she was sitting beside the book, and she did look quite
guilty.
And so I did take a photo and I sent it in
I thought
to
it was food.
what is it, dogshaming.com?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You made it on there. Yeah.
But you shamed with love.
I did.
Always. Yes.
Of course I did. Yes. She definitely, she was the queen of, like, in her earlier days, she was just constantly getting into trouble. Constantly. I remember one Thanksgiving, Kristen had, did I tell you this? She had I think there was about 27 kids over here for a Friendsgiving. And they all brought the sides, and then we were doing the turkey. Well, I pulled the turkey out of the oven to cool. Guess who got the turkey?
Oh, no.
I fear for the turkey at this juncture.
You should. Missy got the turkey. Missy ate the turkey.
Oh, my gosh.
The kids had Friendsgiving without the turkey. So bad.
Good.
Well, you put it somewhere where I could get to it.
Exactly.
What did you expect?
What were you thinking, pushing it back on the counter as far as you could? You knew that just gave me a challenge.
Clearly, it's your fault.
I know.
And that's it for today's farewell memory from Nicole. Tune in tomorrow for another walk down memory lane. And remember that we're always interested in what you have to say, so drop us a comment on our website, our Facebook page, or Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.